Okay, I want to start by calling this meeting to order, our Civil Service Commission meeting, November 6, 2023. And first order of business is to approve the minutes of the previous meeting. Brian, have you had a chance to look at those?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
And I second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Next order is approval of the daily action log.
I'll make a motion to approve the daily action log as presented.
And I second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, moving right along, discussion of local government code 143, section 143.023, eligibility for beginning position, subsection C, in consideration of revising applicable civil service rules and regulations, section 27, item 6, age requirements as it relates to the Texas House Bill 1661.
Yes, so I'm not sure how much you know about this bill, but essentially what it does is it takes away that age limit for the police department. There is no limit. We can accept applications and hire at any age. So we need to revise the wording. This was effective September 1st of '23. We need to revise the wording in our local rules.
So that's not lateral transfers, that is beginning for eligible for beginning positions. Wow.
Yes.
Up to what? Any age?
Any
No
age.
cap?
No cap. So this is something that during our meet and confer meetings was brought up, knowing that it was coming up. And so if an agreement is ever signed, that is something that we can put back in there if they desire some sort of age limit. Which from the HR perspective, the risk perspective, we do recommend a limit. I think at this point, because we don't have a signed agreement, what I would want to do with the chief is make sure that our job descriptions, which is something that I've got to bring back for promotional physicals anyway, I want to make sure that our job descriptions in terms of the physicals that they have to go through are updated and something that we can test for based on the responsibility of the job. But as far as restrictions, we can't restrict anybody from applying, obviously, because of that.
And that just applies to police, right?
That's correct. So the language that we would propose for our local rules, we would still have, and this is under section 27, age requirements, we would still have a number 6, which speaks to the age requirements, but it would read, persons shall be certified for beginning positions in accordance with chapter 143 of the Texas Local Government Code. That way, if it's ever updated again, we're in compliance.
Can you tell me what page the local government code is? I found the 143 section.
Should be page, oh, hold on.
Yeah, section 27.
It is page 12,
Okay.
and it's number 6.
So how are you going to change it, please?
Persons shall be certified for beginning positions in accordance with Chapter 143 of the Texas Local Government Code.
Okay.
On what they currently have, is there anything under there on the, of course, I guess they don't have laterals now since meet and confer went out, but before, was there an age limit on the lateral coming in?
In our agreement,
I believe so. I believe there was an age limit on laterals. I think, part of this is not as concerning as it seems on its face, because they still do have to meet the physical requirements.
As
so-
long as you got a decent physical agility test in place, it's not really an
Right,
issue.
it's not that much of an issue, but there is still some concern. I might recommend that we add, read that one more time.
Persons shall be certified for beginning positions in accordance with Chapter 143 of the Texas Local Government
You
Code.
might say in accordance with the age requirements of the Texas Local Government Code.
Okay.
To make sure we're talking about age.
Do we need to add police department? Because 5 corresponds to fire.
So persons for the police department shall be certified?
Yes.
Persons for the police department shall be certified for beginning positions in accordance with the age requirements of Chapter 143 of the Texas Local Government Code.
So I assume they're doing this to try to increase recruitment across the state, huh?
That's correct. And there are cities that have agreements. The majority of them are still putting an age limit in there. So that seems to be the trend, instead of leaving it just wide open. We are, I believe, going to go back to the table with a meet and confer, and so that will be one of the priorities to put in agreement.
Do you have anything to add, Brian?
Yeah. Unless they get a meet and convert agreement, that this has been deemed by the legislature.
Yep.
I move we make the change as worded.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. You know, years ago, there was a test case out in San Francisco where a gentleman who I want to say was, I know he was at least 50, went through this was way back. He went through the academy and got certified and everything. And of course, this was probably 30 years ago. But there were a lot of talk that some departments may follow suit even then. But I guess it didn't pick up.
There are some advantages in terms of lateral. You've got people who've retired and want to keep working, and they can. So there are some advantages, but laterals also for police have to be in a meet and confer agreement, so.
Well, on a lateral, they may have 15 years somewhere else. I mean, what you don't want is somebody that, on the retirement side, plus the liability that the city's gonna take on, having a brand-new officer that's 55, 60 years old going out there taking on whoever. I can see a lot of workman's comp issues with that.
Yeah. Agreed. I don't work in law enforcement, but what I could do at 21 is not what I can do now, so. Okay.
Well, is there anything else we need to,
No, just adjourn. That's it.
Make a motion to adjourn?
motion we adjourn the meeting? Short and sweet.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.